naitwa msaliti ni petro, sheria muna kwao, wazimu pia na hao, furaha sio mfano, ukabila ndio kwao, hapo nishafika, ukweli na hakika, kadiri ninashika, furaha kwa hakiki, kutoka kwa mashabiki, maji kumziki, hivi na fiki, hit na dhiki, muda muna wiki, mimi na hipziki, split ni mukiki, kutafuta ziki, kwa makini mfulisi, za njima na zili, filmi.
Don't you know we're talking about a revolution song?
I just want to talk with you because sometimes, I don't know, YouTube makes our struggle in this nation, it makes our struggle for liberation, what's the word I'm looking for? But we want justice in this nation. But YouTube, Facebook, make our struggle comical. We look like bozos. All this beefing and clowning back and forth. And so you don't even take yourself serious. It's all a game. It's all a joke. Let me tell you something. When you come here, I'm not joking around. It's as serious as a heart attack. And anybody who has had a heart attack or a stroke know how serious that could be. This is a life and death situation. And either you're going to give your all, or you need to just say, look, I'm a happy ass slave, and be done with it. Stop faking the funk like you want to try to be a god, because you ain't no damn god. Stop faking the funk like you a warrior. You ain't gonna fight no damn body. You a king and a queen. You ain't gonna rule a damn thing. Nothing. I'm sorry to get so emotional, but you see, I'm supposed to be dead. That was the plan for me. When I got locked up and I refused to confess to a damn crime and refused to confess to these devils that I have some type of mental illness, they already decided we need to put this sucker on death row. If it was not for my family keeping an eye on me, perhaps they would have succeeded. Because I did see at least 5 body bags go out of that facility. I saw these corpses on that, you know, the little thing that they roll in, put the dead body on there, put you in a bag and roll you out. And every time they did it, they told me, that's gonna be you. So this is not a game to me. It's not a game. Dr. King was shot in the neck. Malcolm X blown away. It's not a damn game. It's not nothing comical. It's life and it's death. It's not a joke. But y'all take it as a game, as a joke. I'm not here to be your entertainment. I'm serious as a heart attack. I'm supposed to be dead. And it got to the point where I just accepted death. I knew I was going to die in that damn place. But I refused to accept their damn lie. I'd rather be dead. And I accepted death. And they told me, unless you do as we tell you, you're going to die here. Because, look, because it's impossible for you to get out of here without our approval. And we never gonna approve your ass being a damn rebel against us. Never. So you might as well pick your spot where you want to be buried at. But you know, I still had a little bit of, and I am still, no matter how hard I try, I still remember my Bible. And I still remember my Quran. And in the Bible, Jesus said, if only you had the faith of the size of a mustard seed, ooh, what wonders you could do. I had a little faith. I'm not going to lie to you. Not a lot. I had a little faith in myself. Because in my situation, I needed to have the skill of reading and writing, and that was my forte. I love to read and write. And I read, and I wrote, and you see I'm talking to you right now. Because instead of being dead, I done the impossible. That's what they told me. Nobody done this in over 100 years, got out of this place without our approval in 100 years. Well, sir, your winning streak is over. So why am I bringing this up? I'm talking about your silence. I'm talking about how quiet you are when you need to be speaking about this idea that we, as the descendants of slaves born in America, having dark skin, this idea that we can do the impossible, or what might seem impossible, that we can take our resources and take control of that state that we call Mississippi. Many of you may think that it's impossible, but it's not. If only you had the grain, the you know what I'm saying, I just said it, the faith, the size of a grain of mustard seed. You don't see yourself successful. Do you realize the benefits? Do you realize that you will never be looked upon the same again? They call us an ape. They call us monkeys. They call us low IQ. They call us all kinds of names. What will they call you when you take over that state of Mississippi? What will they call you when you change the name of that state? What will they call you when people go to that state and they report on that state after you take it over? You have the lowest crime rate. You don't have no homelessness. You don't have all these problems the rest of the country is having. I wonder why. And you are ape. You and I can do the impossible. Otherwise, you're living in a same way that I was. Somebody wants you dead. Do you understand where I'm coming from? They want you dead. Dead does not necessarily mean physically dead. They want to keep you in a dead-like position where you exist, but you don't exist. And you're listening to these people all over YouTube and social media, they're not offering you nothing. Offer yourself something. Let us get together. Spread this word. And get our people talking. Get them excited. Because this taking control, you're not rebuilding nothing. You are actually creating your own nation in a nation if you can take that state. It's not an if, you can. It's not impossible. My brother Maurice Muhammad told me God made it so that the impossible is possible. You don't believe in your God? God is on your side? God is with the oppressed? I know I'm a good person. There was no way I should have been done the way that I was done. But a way was made for me so that I could escape the death of my enemies. It says in the Quran, as they plan, Allah plans. And Allah is the best of planners. So they was planning on murdering me. But for those of you who believe in God, clearly God have something else in store. Something better than death right now. Death comes to all, but not right now. There's a reason. And you're looking at the reason. You're looking at the impossible being made possible. That's why I'm talking to you. This idea, this concept of taking control of a state, you just don't understand. You're not changing. You're taking control of our own destiny. But we will really actually be changing the world. Because in order to pull this off successful, look, nobody is asking nobody to be perfect, but we're going to have to walk what they say in religion righteously. And that's what's going to make us successful, by being righteous. And this is coming from somebody who, I'm telling you, is not acknowledging God or religion or spirituality. But I understand the concept of righteous behavior. And really, that's how we are anyway. You're not a bad people. You're not vulgar. You're not nasty. Integrating with nasty, vile, materialistic people, that's what has messed us up. So I'm supposed to be dead. That was their plans. And they want to keep you dead, dumb and blind, chasing money, chasing panties and drawers, chasing drugs, chasing fame and celebrity, when you should be chasing your life, chasing what is in the best interest of your babies that you claim that you love. Get off our lazy ass and stop being scared, and start believing in your damn God. I believe in your God more than you do. Because God is with the oppressed. God is with the righteous. I am righteous, and I am oppressed. So God should stand with me whether I acknowledge a God or not. And I said that this God is standing with me. And that God will stand with us. Once you stop playing these damn silly comic book games. Your struggle, this is not entertainment. This is real. Life or death. And you need to do this because it's the biggest win. And stop thinking small. Stop thinking like a damn slave. How big you think this can get? A school, a restaurant, all these little babies things that you're talking about. You should want to take over a state that lynched our fathers, castrated our fathers, raped our mothers, and did so much evil, and then the children come back around and we take over the state. Ain't that a kick in the ass for them? But it's wonderful for us. Oh man, I can't. Woo! I get excited just thinking about the benefits. You just don't understand. Can you look at the power? We never had no kind of power. And then all of a sudden, because of a few little things that you do, you got the power of a state behind you. Nobody will ever look at you again and they'll look stupid calling you a monkey. As most of you know, I am a former member under the guidance of Minister Louis Farrakhan, and I was introduced early in my youth to the teachings of the Nation of Islam. And I want to say that I am very proud, and it is an honor that I would have and be part of that history. I have no shame. I have no regrets for my participation or being associated with what is called the Nation of Islam. I do not regret none of my time. It was a wonderful time. I enjoyed it very much and learned a lot. However, when we have experiences and we don't learn anything, that's a problem. That becomes a problem, because life is a learning experience. We learn, or we live and we learn until the day that we no longer exist. And so when we learn these lessons, we are supposed to pass down these lessons that we learn to our future generations, our babies, so when we make mistakes, they can walk, and hopefully they do not make the same mistakes that we made, because we already done it and we already know what the result is going to be. Unfortunately for us, the descendants of slaves born in America having dark skin, unfortunately for us, we keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and you will not progress, and our time is running out if it has not expired already. We cannot continue to make these mistakes. We can't afford it. The Nation of Islam, one of the greatest organizations that we've ever produced, having great potential and possibility, but unfortunately, whether you like it or not, they failed. They failed. We have to accept the reality of things, and we don't want to. We want to continue to live in some type of delusion, and you're not going to make it like that. My father, my biological father, basically was a drunk. I can accept that reality. There were good things about him, but he also was a drunk. I can accept that reality. I could try to hide from it. I could be ashamed and try to ignore it, but that's what he was. I can accept the reality. We have to accept things just for what they are, instead of trying to make things into something that is more palatable for our, for our taste. You're not gonna do well doing that. I know it hurts, but they always say truth hurts. And if it's not hurting you, something is wrong. Now look, I want to say this to us. The Nation of Islam failed. They did not succeed, and still today are not succeeding in what they presented, what they're supposed to accomplish. And there's a reason for that. And they need to face up to that, but they won't. They want to keep living in some type of delusional world like everything is going their way. No, it's not going your way. Now look, you could drive a truck for 40 years, accident free. Man, he's the greatest driver in the world. That guy really driving that truck. Whoa, haven't had an accident, deliver on time and everything. But then you have an accident and you kill 3 people. You tear up your truck. Nobody cares about your 40 years of accident free. The only thing anybody cares about now is you have killed 3 people. You done tore up almost a $500,000 truck. Nobody will even care. Now that would work in your favor. Well, you see, he went 40 years, but nobody cares. Because what currently is happening, or what has happened, is now you are in trouble. You killed 3 people, you done tore up this equipment, and that's just the reality of it. So there are many good things that the Nation of Islam has done. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. However, there are issues that we need to deal with that has happened, and we want to act like, just like the guy that killed the 3 people in the truck, he wants to act like this did not happen. No, sir, it has happened. You want to try to look away. The reason why the Nation of Islam failed, I would say 3 good reasons, maybe 4 at the max. 1 is greed. Now, when the Nation of Islam first started, everybody poor and whatever, you know, things probably going the way they're supposed to go. But a lot of times, when we start getting money, oh wow. Especially when you say that, or you base your success on material things. A good house and every, big houses and driving these pretty cars. That's a problem. That's going to be a problem for you. And when you have men in charge, for some reason, I don't know, men just got, their mind get on booty. All these women run around here. I'm the big shot leader. My wife, I done had her booty for the last 20 years. You got all this fresh stuff running around here. And they praising you, honoring you, you the divine. Folks can't handle it. What they said, power corrupts. And you may not like it or not, but that's what happened. That's what happened. Power corrupts. Money. The Malcolm X thing should never have happened. It was a distraction from what you're supposed to be doing. Kick the man out of the nation and keep rolling, but they did not do that. Because, again, another reason, when you have religion involved, it makes people crazy, makes people insane. You start looking at things delusional. Oh, Malcolm is the chief hypocrite. He's the traitor. He has offended God. See, all these factors, and they still appear today, still doing the same kind of stuff today. It's people who wasn't even alive during Malcolm's time that hate Malcolm X because of this stuff here. Crazy. So we have booty. Got to get me some booty. 20 different types of rumps. 30, 40. God want me to have all this booty. It's ordained by God. See how religion justifies our actions. You want all this booty, and you got FOI, you got young brothers, you got brothers in the temple that need a wife, and you got one person, I'm the leader, I want all the booty for myself. These sisters could have made good wives to the brothers that was working hard in the streets. But religion makes us crazy, because religion, it justifies. Well, God said I can have 10, 20, 30, We don't have common sense. Religion takes us out of thinking properly. So you have the Nation of Islam doing pretty well. 40 years of great work. But then the leader dies, and the people, the believers, they pick a guy just because he's the Elijah Muhammad's son. Elijah Muhammad's son, Wallace, made very clear, and everybody knew, I do not believe. Why would you? Just because this man is the son of your leader, you pick him to be your leader. It don't make any sense. He don't believe. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I remember a story. I think a guy was working for Pepsi soda company. And just so happened somebody went in the guy's office and he had a Coke can on his desk. Do you think they tolerated that? Do you think that this man, they would choose him because they know that this man liked Coca-Cola? You think they would choose him to be the CEO of Pepsi Incorporated? No. So why did they do this? Again, it goes back to religious, divine stuff. And when you have that divine religious mentality, it don't allow you to think properly. You just tripping out the fact, oh, this is the leader's son. He don't believe in his daddy. He don't believe in the teachings. Because the people are robots. You don't think for yourself. Here you are, because you are a robot. There's no reason why the nation's supposed to have fallen. It should never have fallen to be rebuilt. Because the rebuilding process, all these different, I don't know who rebuilding what. But it should never have happened. But you have people who are robots. Many of you are robots. You talk like an Elijah Muhammad CD or a Louis Farrakhan CD. You're repeating stuff that you heard what Malcolm said. You don't have no mind of your own. In order to continue in this world, you have to be creative. There are no creative people. And if there are creative people in the Nation of Islam, you are stifled. You don't hold your leadership accountable for nothing. You scared of your leader. Well, brother Farrakhan, you think what? That's all right. That's all right. You're not supposed to be scared of your leadership. How are you going to move forward and you don't hold your leadership accountable and you are not creative in order to move your organization forward? Not only the Nation of Islam, but all of you who are trying to create or move your organization. You scared of the leadership. They are perfect. They never do nothing wrong. And that's not going to work. The only thing you're going to be is a loser. That's the only thing that can happen. And that's all we have been losing. That's all we have been doing as dark-skinned people in this nation since the end of the 1960s. When we gave it our best fight, we've been on the loser side. Just losing. That's all. And that's why our people don't give a damn about black conscience, black power, or none of that stuff, because you're a bunch of losers. They don't see you winning nothing except a bunch of talk. You're not serious. A bunch of robots saying the same stuff over and over again. And then you talk about the people like you better than they are. You greater and you smarter. But you're a damn slave living in America just like they are. You ain't doing no better, spending the same damn George Washington, Thomas Jefferson's, whatever they have in their pocket, that's what you got. You do not have friendships in all walks of life. The only friend you got is Jesus and the white man, just like everybody else. Pretending to be something that you're not. So until you deal with some of these issues, these men can't control themselves, thirsting for every booty that get in their face. Money, material things, you put all this value on stuff like that, and you let your religion take you out of your mind, and you refuse to think for yourself. You refuse to use reason, logic, and common sense. Because when you believe, you don't need to be logical. When you believe, you don't have to have common sense. You don't have to have reason. Until you do that, y'all just not going to make it. You're not going to make it. You're going to continue to be a failure. Don't y'all want to be a winner sometime? I ain't talking about a pretend winner. I mean a for real winner. Actually, I want to talk to the soul sisters. Actually, I want to talk to black women on this video. I want to tell you that black women, soul sisters, y'all do not need makeup. You do not need plastic surgery. You do not need weaves. Y'all don't need nothing like it. You are perfectly beautiful just the way you are. However, clearly, when we put on makeup and weaves and all these different things and have to turn to plastic surgery, clearly something is wrong. Because just the word makeup means I'm making up for something I lack, something I don't have. Makeup for something that was not given to me. Now, let me say this. I love womanhood, period. I love womanhood. I don't care what your so-called race is or nothing like that. I love womanhood. I love women. I love womanhood, period. But especially, as you know, number one, I love the soul sisters, the ones that I come from. My mother that gave me birth, a black woman, a soul sister. Number one. The rest of y'all is cute in your own way, but ain't nothing like my soul sisters. I love y'all, and you know it. You can hear the love coming from your brother just talking about you. You give me that energy, because I was sort of on the sleepy side. I stay sleepy, but talking about you raises up the spirits, so they say. Now, growing up, being a child of the 1960s, 70s, I grew up in a time when there was a lot of people screaming black power, I'm black and I'm proud, and they were trying to do that. Listen to me. They were trying to do that. They were not trying to wear weaves, which I'm telling you now, ain't nothing really wrong with the weave. I mean, you have short hair and you want to glamorize a little bit and you put on, you do your wig or weave or whatever. That's a woman thing. I'm not going to get into the woman thing. Y'all like to dress up and wear the makeup and all this type of thing. That's a woman thing, and that's just, matter of fact, before I continue, let me make something perfectly clear. Unlike some of these other cats, I'm not going to run around and try to force you to do anything. I'm going to love you with your weave. I'm going to love you with your plastic surgery. I'm going to love you no matter what you do. I'm just here to tell you, you just don't need it, because you're beautiful, you're cute, and you're fine, and you're a fox, and you don't need all that. It's overkill. You don't need it. Why do all this and you just don't need it? Put your money in your bank and buy your car. Buy your child some shoes or something. You don't need all this. And quite frankly, I'm gonna tell you, from a man's point of view, as long as you're a woman, we really don't care we don't really trip off weaves. And now you got some of these guys that talk about black women need to be more natural and the weaves. That's because they having woman problems. It's hard for them. They having a problem getting women or whatever. So they just try to find anything to talk about. But, men in general, we really don't care. I mean, as you know, men like women, fat, tall, short. They don't, as long as you're a woman, we don't want to search down in the wrong place and, hey, this ain't supposed to be there. Well, I used to be Bob. Now I'm Barbita. Oh no, we got a problem here. See, we don't want to do that. But no, y'all don't need that. I grew up during the 60s and 70s, and sisters was really trying to, you know, the cornrows and the afros and all this type of thing. We were trying to be more, we knew that we're not Europeans. So we're trying to emulate, and our idea of beauty was coming. We was looking at the Jamaican sisters, the sisters from Africa, dark-skinned people, you know, even some of the Native American people here. That's what we was demonstrating. But now, all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. Now all of a sudden, y'all just purely want to start looking like Caucasian women. Now, back in the day, you know, even during the Black and Proud time, I think the worst that some of y'all sisters got, because, you know, we use the hot comb. Remember the hot comb? Still use the hot comb. You know, to straighten your hair out, okay? But y'all sisters never did go overboard. Now you want red hair, blue hair, pink hair, purple hair. You know, you want that punk rock look. You know, you want to look crazy like somebody else, because that's where you got it from. Because you're not getting it from no dark-skinned people. Dark-skinned people not running around with all these different colors in their hair that I know of. And even if they are, you're not trying to copy them. You know who you're trying to copy. That Caucasian woman. See, look at this. Look at this now. See, the Caucasian woman needs makeup because, see, she needs lipstick because she's not like you. You see, a lot of you, and it's normal for dark-skinned women, soul sisters, y'all have lips. Very kissable, nice lips. And the Caucasian woman, she don't have that, so she has to make up for it, and she has to draw some lips, or go to one of those places, get some of that stuff shot in their lip to make them look like they have lips, that kind of thing, because she don't have it. She would like that, and she makes mockery of you. Oh, look at that, look at them women with them big lips and the big booty and all this kind. But she wants all that. You know why? Because all of that sort of like looks good on a person. I mean, having the big round bottom and the big lips and just everything that y'all is just, I mean, you just look so marvelous. Just, you know, for real. You may not think that, because in this earth, around the world rather, the Caucasian male has went around and tried to put his woman everywhere, and give us the idea that beauty is supposed to be looking like a Caucasian woman, when the Caucasian woman is trying to look like you. She goes and sit in one of those booths, and she tans her skin, because she says, the Caucasian woman says that dark skin looks healthy. And here you are, around the world, not just soul sisters in America, but around the earth, you have dark-skinned women putting on bleach, trying to get light. And the Caucasian woman is telling you, that don't look healthy. Dark skin look healthy, so you want to, on purpose, try to make yourself look sick. Right, little Kim? You know? I've never been around sisters. My mother never really wore makeup. My sisters and aunts, nobody in my family really, I never really known a lot of women that wear a lot of makeup. Because they realize, and they know, they don't need it, they look good. If you notice, I'm not wearing makeup. You know, so, you know, I mean, come on. You don't need it. You don't need plastic surgery. Cosmetic surgery was created when you get in a car accident, something traumatic happened to your physical appearance, so they turned to plastic surgery to build you a face that you no longer have. Plastic surgery. Sisters, y'all don't need that. And many of you, especially, the first thing you do, you want to have a nose job. What's up with the sisters? Y'all want to get the nose job, and some brothers too, I think. Well, Michael Jackson, of course, you know where he got the nose job. Prime example, Michael Jackson had so many surgeries. I did not have all those surgeries. I only had a little bit of this, and I only had a little bit of that. You need to stop lying on me from the grave, damn it. Okay, Mike, okay, if you say so. And y'all get these nose jobs, not to look like a African person, somebody from Jamaica or Haiti or some dark-skinned person or Native American. Y'all get these nose jobs to make yourself look more European. And it looks so crazy because these nose jobs that y'all get, it make your nose look like a bird beak. So here I am. I want to date one of y'all birds. And I don't know whether to bring you flowers or a bag of bird seed, because your nose look all, and you think that's cute, and your nose look like a bird beak. You know, I don't know whether to kiss you or stand back because you might try to peck me in the eye. You know, come on. Look, and I'll tell you this, and some of y'all get this plastic surgery, make yourself look more European, and just a few months ago, it was Black History Month, and I seen some of these persons with the bird beak nose jobs, and you're bleaching your skin. They talking about I'm black and I'm proud during Black History Month. How you black and you proud, and you got a nose look like an even European nose? Well, some of them have very straight noses like that. They do have sort of like the bird beak type noses. You're bleaching your skin, and you don't even want to look like a dark-skinned person, but you black and you proud. Michael Jackson, he said he suffered vitiligo, but Michael Jackson could have went and had the treatment to try to get his melanin back. Instead, he went all European, but Michael said, I'm proud to be black. How are you proud to be black? Well, in a way, y'all right, because if you really understood and know what black really meant, actually, black means European. That's why nobody, well, I have to explain that in another video. Actually, I have. How the white man created black people. Look at my video, how the white man created black people, and you'll understand why you act and behave the way that you do. See, the Caucasian woman, she needs makeup because she has no color. So she puts all these different colors on her all over because she has no color. But you already have a lot of color, and it does not enhance your beauty. It makes you sort of look like a clown. Now, mind you, now I'm not going to take everything away from you. I mean, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I mean, y'all, that's all right. But some of y'all go overboard, and you know, I know you know that you know you don't look good like that. When you healthy, and this is another thing, I don't care how physically beautiful you are, when you're not trying to be a beautiful human being in the inside with good, like Dr. King said, with good content and character, that defeats the purpose. I saw a young sister one time, and I was like, wow, I'm going to try to holler at her. She looking sort of on the good side. She started running her mouth, and all this crap I began to look at her totally different. Her outside beauty didn't mean nothing. I was glad to give her what she wanted so she can get the hell away from me. So we spend a lot of time with physical appearance, and a lot of us, we need to spend more time with the building of good character, being a better human being. Because all this really don't mean too much of nothing, because a car accident, getting scalded with some water, anything, a serious illness can take all this away. But nothing can take away from the beauty of the person that you really are. So, I just wanted to say that because I'm sort of concerned, because so many of y'all sisters, y'all out there, you want to, come on now, you're looking like white girl wannabes. It's already bad enough. Your name is Cindy, you know, or Bonnie or something like that. You just want to go all white girl. You just want to turn into a white girl. Is that what y'all want to do? Okay, well, if that's what you want to do, ain't nothing I can say about it. Well, good luck. So you better be careful. And it's their job, so they say, to report anything they hear or see. You are your first lawyer. Keep your mouth shut. In the social media, so many of you, y'all like to run your mouth and talk. Then when your talking gets you in trouble, what did I do? What did I do? What did you ran your damn mouth? We love to talk. We love to run our mouth. We love to write stuff. And then when that writing, because some of y'all are faceless, you don't believe that your writing will get you in trouble one day. Many of us are on YouTube. We show our faces. We run our mouth. But remember, anything you say will be, can be, and will be used against you in a court of law if it ever come down to it. Every time you see these people charged with crimes, they go to social media. What did they write on Facebook? What did they say on Facebook, on YouTube? First thing they do. So your first line of defense, really, in the very beginning, unless you're really careful about what you say and do, you need to shut your damn mouth. You need a lawyer because you don't know the law. Simple as that. So if you don't know the law, you really don't know the charges against you. Why would many of us speak against the lawyer? Oh man, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, if the lawyer don't know what they're talking about, then why did you hire? Why do you have one? Of course, as you know, we can't represent ourselves. It's called pro se, and you can do that. Black leadership, soul leadership, is the liberation version of being a lawyer. Everybody that y'all look up to, Sarnetta, Minister Farrakhan, Young Pharaoh, Brother Polite, and the list goes on and on. Y'all love so many and have so many different lawyers because that's exactly what they are to you. They are a lawyer presenting a case in your defense, supposed to be representing you. The problem with a lawyer is sometimes they are incompetent. And instead of getting you out of jail, could send you to death row. I want to ask you, the current black leadership that's available to us right now, where are they headed? Are they getting us out of jail or putting more time on our sentence, or are they sending us to death row? Your lawyer is only as good as his or her information. Your black leadership always keep telling you, I'm giving you the information. I'm giving you the teachings. Be honest with yourself. Is the information really doing anything for you? Is it changing your condition? Really? Be honest with yourself. Because it don't make no difference whether you're honest or not. Anybody can clearly see that your situation is not changing no time soon. Your lawyer is only good as you are, only good as that information. So your lawyer can only go by what you tell him or her because they was not there. Our brother Bill Cosby made a fatal mistake. He told these suckers that he actually did put a drug in these women's drinks so that he could go to bed with them. Why would you volunteer that information? That's dumb as hell. They don't know. It's your word against theirs. See what I mean? Bill Cosby, maybe because he became arrogant, I'm Mr. Hollywood celebrity. Oh, this lady, but anyway, I'm Mr. Hollywood celebrity. He think he's beyond the law. Well, you are also black, sir. And 40, 50 years later, now you're finding yourself in a courtroom. Because they love to bring dark-skinned people up. They also love to see you when you fall. They love to see Michael Jackson when he was charged with those pedophilia crimes. In the 80s, it was nothing but, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson. But then as soon as allegations happened, look what they did to poor Michael. And now Bill Cosby and many of these celebrities, as soon as they slip up, they treat you like a god. They smile and skin and grin in your face. But as soon as you slip, it's a done deal. Now, speaking of competent lawyers, towards the ending of my own incarceration, I had a Caucasian lady, and I would never call her a devil. I would never say her nature is evil and all this other crazy stuff that y'all love to do, because I judge individuals by the content of their character, like Dr. King suggests. This woman worked for me. She went beyond the call of duty. Her actions spoke. And she really wanted to help me get the hell out of that place. A woman, not the men. Like I told you, me and men, we really don't get along that well. But women, womanhood, always think some womanhood, always good to me. She really got into the case. But again, she is only as good as her client. And I was doing my thing. I was in the law library and I was making my own motions, doing my own thing. She was so proud of me. She said, wow, we make a good team. They don't teach us basic law. Now here we are living in a society where we live under the law. And remember, ignorance of the law is no excuse. Which that is stupid to me. Because even in your own household, you will tell your children, this is how it goes. This is the law. And if you break the law, you see this switch, that's going to your backside. It is always good that we know the law. But see, it's set up that way because it makes no difference what race you are. They are setting you up to make money. Because that's what everything in America is about. It's not about justice. I don't care what your race is, because I've seen it happen to Caucasian people also. You get bamboozled and ripped for your money. That's what it's all about. If you are poor, middle class, you are subject to be exploited. Spend all your life savings trying to defend yourself against allegations. And then you broke. And they knew you was guilty to begin with. They knew it. But they're going to suck you for your money. The judges, the prosecutors, the public defenders, all these lawyers, even the lawyer, your private lawyer that you paid with your own money, you think they all your buddy and friend. All these people is interconnected. Many of them went to the same schools. They know each other and blah, blah, blah. You're nothing but a pawn. That's why these lawyers can go to these judges and get special deals. It's a money game. One of the first things, if we knew basic law, they should teach our children in these public schools basic law. Every citizen should know basic law. Because even if I knew basic law, they might not have continued their case against me because it would make them work. They do what they do to us because we're ignorant, we don't know. My lawyer should have filed what is called a writ of habeas corpus, which is Latin for free the body, to justify them locking me up, having no speedy trial, denied me bond, gonna send me to some crazy house. So they have to go to court and explain this. Yeah, it's them explaining stuff to them, but it makes them work. See, it's all about making easy money with less work. You need a lawyer because you don't know. You follow their advice because you don't know. So our lawyer is black leadership. Are they competent or are they incompetent? Do they really understand the law? Do they really understand what liberation is? Do they really understand what freedom, justice, and equality is? if I have this handkerchief, right? And I split it in half. I gave you half of it, and I have half of it. That's equality. We don't seem to understand what equality really is. We want freedom, justice, and equality. We don't know what freedom is. We don't know what equality is. We really don't know what justice is. But just talking about equality, there are some people, what are you talking about? I work really, really hard. I deserve more than half. Well, you don't represent equality. We don't understand the concept of what equality really is. See, we understand what is unequal. I have tears on his handkerchief. She don't have no tears. So we're not equal. She's happy because she got a man. And I'm unhappy, shedding tears. Oh, don't think about it. Bring it down. Okay, bring it. Calm down. Your lawyer can either set you free or send you to death row. Brothers and sisters, I know we love our leaders. We love the people. We love these folks on YouTube. They are not proper. It's not the fact. Well, see, look. They're not giving you proper representation. In order to free me from my situation, I had to have the appropriate knowledge. As soon as I got appropriate knowledge, it was a done deal. I was on my way out. After all these years, you've given these people thousands and thousands of dollars. Why are you still, you're not making no headway? Why is that? Why is that? Tell me. Why is that? Tell me why. You don't have a competent lawyer. I suggest that you get on the soul train, because we're getting it together, getting ready to head out this station. We understand exactly what needs to be done. And with that said, my time is out, and get yourself a good lawyer. Come here. Peace out.